Hello guys, welcome to another video. Like always, these stories will belong to me and the link to the original post will be in the description, and the link to my Discord server will also be in the description. So if you know join my Discord server, then you can and come and talk to me if you want. But yeah, that being said, let's get into the video. Son of the Sannin, part 8 and chapter 8, Calm Before the Storm, or Elementary Elements. 8 years after the Kiwi attack, it was a warm Saturday morning. Flowers were blooming, birds were singing, and the sky was clean. So while he waited for the daily training session with her par- part one of her parents, Naruto decided to spend some time on one of his hobbies besides training and eating ramen, gardening. Shizune brought him some new seeds from the Yamanaka flower shops, and he was planting them on his corner of the backyard. Helping him were his two 4-year-old siblings, Hanage and Kaida. Both of them had inherited Jiraiya's spiky white hairs and Tsunade's brown eyes, though Hanage usually had a short haircut, while Kaide had it styled in two long ponytails. Alright, now that we have put the seeds in the hole, you must cover the hole with soil again. Naruto instructed as the twins did so. And then what, me-san? Kaida asked. Then you come every day and water the seeds. In a few weeks, it will grow a plant with really pretty flowers. Ah, but I wanted to see the flowers now, Kaida complained. Maybe if we water them more, they will grow faster. Hanage wondered. Nice try, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, wait here. I will get the watering can. Naruto said as he went back to the house. He returned back with a full watering can, and he almost dropped it in shock. What the hell? Naruto was in shock. Besides a smiling Kaide and a surprised Hanagi, there was an almost full bush of white roses. Look at this, Nissan. I told the flowers to grow already, and they did. The little girl said proudly. Wow, it's almost like the first Hokage, Naruto shouted amazed. Who? Both twins asked in unison. The first Hokage, your great grandpa. He had the power to make plants grow super fast, but none of his children inherited that power. Maybe you did. Really? That's so cool. I'm going to grow more flowers then. Maybe I have that power too. Hanagen wondered as he tried to imitate his sister. I have to tell mom and dad. Naruto excitedly started as he rushed back inside. Mom, Dad, get over here. You are not gonna believe this. Naruto pretty much ignored the Sannin's protest as he dragged them, followed by Shizune, to the backyard where the twins were trying to make more plants to grow. Naruto, please, can I walk on my own? Tsunade protested. What's so important that you got you so riled up? Jiraiya asked. Look at that! Naruto pointed out towards the white rose bush. Those are some nice roses, but I don't think they are impressive enough to be worth getting dragged here. Tsunade deadpanned. I don't mean that. I planted those roses 5 minutes ago, and Kaide made them grow. You mean that she has the power over plants, like the first Hokage? Jiraiya asked. Exactly, Naruto exclaimed. Oh, come on, sis, show them. Kaide nodded and tried to make another white rose grow. Come on, grow, grow, grow. Kaide paled as she motioned her arms at the ground without any vibration. Oh, come on, it worked just now. Jiraiya shook his head. Come on, Naruto, the kids pranked you. While I admit that the bush wasn't there yesterday, there's no way they have the power of the wood release. No, I have the power and I will show it to you. Grow! Kaida ordered, her face turning red as she tried to channel the power she thought she had. Come on, sis, I know you can do it. Hanaken encouraged as he patted her on the back. The moment Hanage touched Kaede, something inside her changed. She felt an overwhelming force coming from within, and almost unwittingly channeled that stayed force outside through her extended arms. Another white rose bush emerged from the ground, except this one grew to be twice as big as the uh, larger as the twice as big and lush as the first one. Tsunade necklace shined with an instant glow. It was compared to the sun. Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Suzune's jaw dropped and their eyes opened so wide they appeared to pop out of their sockets. They remained in a state of stun until Naruto snapped them out of it. I can't believe it. Tsunade blurted almost in a whisper. Tsunade-sama, this is Shizune shuddered. Jiraiya was also shocked, but then he smiled wide. Ha ha ha! Did you see that? My genes are so good they awakened a long-lost bloodline limit. Jiraiya, Tsunade whispered, ignoring the Totsu's remark. When Hanage touched Kaida, you felt something, didn't you? Yes, something similar to natural chakra. Joraya yelled. Skyday, when Hanage touched you, what did you feel? I felt being full of energy and so strong, like I have been sleeping for a whole week. It felt amazing. The little girl said, Hanage honey, give me your hand. Tsunade instructed as she crouched in front of her young son. Hanage did so, and Tsunade's necklace glow once more. None of the parents were sensors, but they could feel Tsunade's chakra deter, de- dramatically increased all of a sudden, manifesting in form of a blue aura forming around her. Joraya also noticed the bit of natural chakra there. The effect vanished once they stopped holding hands. Tsunade stood up with a dazed look on her face. When Hanage touched me, I felt my chakra reserves growing so much. I thought I couldn't be able to hold them. This is incredible. Wait a minute. We all touched Hanage many times before. Why he didn't have this effort until now? Shizune asked. I don't know. Maybe it was dormant until something triggered it. Joraya guessed. Like what? Like Kaide making those plants grow? Naruto asked, I mean, you told me that twins have some sort of invisible special connection. What if Anagi couldn't awaken this power until Kaide awakened hers? It's a possibility, Joraya considered. By the way, Tsunade, I think that this might be the reason as for why your necklace glows so much when it's near either of them. It is possible that the first chakra of the necklace somehow influenced them since the moment they were conceived. Shizune asked, That's an interesting theory, but we will have to wait to see if that's true or not. I'm going to check the twins now to see the extent of their abilities. As for the time being, I don't want anybody else to not learn about this. Understood? What what Kai they just developed a bloodline lineage which was thought to be lost, and Hanage has some freaky power too. We have to tell the Hokage, at least Naruto proclaimed. Shizune stepped up. Naruto-kun, keep in mind that the power of the first Hokage has been sought out by many people. If there is a rumor that Tsunade-sama and Jiraiya-sama's kids have manifested that power, then they would be in great danger. Do you understand that? Yes, Shizune Ni-chan, I didn't think of that, Naruto admitted as he rubbed the back of his head, which means that the two shouldn't use that power outside of this house and only with an adult present. Understood? Tsunade said to the twins. Kaide went to protest, but no buts. Kaida Tsunade tone didn't leave room to reply. Alright, mom, the white haired girl considered in defeat. You two come with me for a medical check. Jiraiya, why don't you take Naruto out for some training? Training ground 3. While Tsunade inspected the twins, Jiraiya took Naruto to their usual training spot. Alright, Naruto, let's review your ninjutsu repertoire. First, use your clone jutsu. Jiraiya instructed. Naruto nodded, made the necessary hand signals, and channeled his chakra. Clone jutsu. Naruto shouted, and four perfect copies of himself appeared at both sides. Yeah! Alright, that's the jutsu gave some trouble, but it seems that your chakra control is getting better. Jiraiya mentioned now transformation. Dispelling the clones, Naruto nodded again and turned into Shizune. Jiraiya gave a nod of approval, and Naruto returned to normal. And lastly, the body replacement. Naruto made the hands use this time with such fast and disappeared in a cloud of smoke, leaving a large rock in his place. Naruto then appeared behind Jiraiya. Excellent, Jiraiya approved, running around, already aware of his godson being there. Those are the three academy jutsus you need to master if you want to graduate. As you can see, piece of cake when you have such an awesome teacher as me. Wait, does that mean I can graduate already? Naruto said in realization, starred-eyed. I said that those the three necessary to pass, not to only things you need. But yeah, I'm sure that you would be good to graduate in 2 years. Yay! Take that, Sasuke. I'm going to graduate 2 years before you. Whoa there. Don't get yourself carried away. You don't get to skip academy years. What? But why? If I already know what they teach at the academy, academy is going to be a waste of time. You have a point, but I am not your teacher but I am not teaching you everything the academy does. Stuff like math, physics, biology, geography might not seem useful for a ninja at first, but they are. That's why the academy is still important. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't bother sending you there. Besides, I am going to have a talk with the Hokage and see if we can do something about making the academic curriculum a bit more challenging. I mean, a ninja needs more than the basic E rank jutsus to do their jobs. They don't even teach you three walking. Besides, I need to teach you other abilities that will take some time, and that would be sealing jutsu, some more advanced ninjutsu, being able to dispel genjutsu, and if possible, control the nine tails chakra. It's my goal to make sure you gain more level of mastery over those abilities before you graduate. I see, no matter what you decide to throw at me or how hard the academy gets, I will pass with flying colors, Naruto claimed, pumping his fist. Boy, that inner fire is something every teacher wants to see in his students. Jiraiya smiled. Alright, kids, now that you showed me what you are capable of, I think that I can fulfill your request. Yes, elemental ninjutsu! Last week, Sasuke, who for some reason had been incredibly cranky since the previous year, showed everybody that he had learned the great fireball jutsu, even if he was far from completely mastering it. Naruto had to admit that it was pretty cool. For that day onward, Naruto begged his parents to teach him elemental jutsu, and now the gap between him and Sasuke would close once more. Jiraiya then proceeded a small light brown re- election rectangular paper. This is an litmus paper. It is used to determine your elemental affinities. You channel chakra into the paper, and based on how it reacts, you can determine your affinities. For example, Jiraiya did as he exampled, and the paper started to burn. My affinity is fire, so paper burns when it is in contact with my chakra. Fire is the most common affinity on this land, hence its name now. Grim. Give me! Naruto hastily took another litmus paper from Jiraiya's hand. He channeled his chakra and the paper split in two. Ah, damn it! Give me another one. I think broke this. I think I broke this one. Calm down, Naruto. The paper didn't break. If the paper cuts in two, that means you have an affinity for wind, which is the least common affinity of all nations, even in the land of wind. Awesome. I have a rare affinity, unlike Sasuke, who has fire like everybody else. Naruto cheered. Then he realized that Jiraiya also had the fire affinity. Sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to. It's okay, but don't get all excited. Having a rare affinity doesn't mean it's down. It does have its downsides. Really, like what? Since there are so many people with so few people with wind affinity, that means less people who can teach you, and less people creating new jutsu. I believe that the only other wind user in Konoha, one of the sons of Sarutobi Sensei. I think I could get him to teach you some advanced stuff, but for the time being, let's stick to something simple. Jiraiya walked to a tree and picked a uh, leaf from one of its branches. He then handed the leaf to Naruto. I want you to use your chakra to cut that leaf into two, just like you did with the paper. What? Why? Naruto asked, puzzled. Jiraiya sighed. Your mother and I told you this a million times before learning the cool stuff, as you're so enthusiastically ecologically put it. You need to learn the basics first, and if this exercise will help you mold wind chakra. What did you expect, that I was going to teach you how to produce a tornado or something like that? Well, yes, I mean Sasuke can create fireballs, and I need something to counter that if I want to beat him. Uh, Actually, that wouldn't be a good idea. And why not? Because elemental chakra is like rock paper scissors. It's just like how rock beats scissors but gets beaten by paper. Some elementals are weak against some and strong against other. In your case, wind is stronger against lightning, but weak against fire. If you try to counter Sasuke's fire jutsu with wind jutsu, you will only make his attack stronger. What? Then I am never going to beat him. Naruto winced despaired as he fell on his knees. Don't say that. You can learn water jutsu as well if you want. But you said that my affinity is wind. Yes, but that means that wind jutsu will be more powerful, consumes less chakra, and will be easier to learn. You can learn jutsu from all five basic natures. Think of it as the use of your arm. Your right arm is dominant one, but that doesn't mean that you can use your left arm as well. But you can use the right now. But you use the right more because you have more dexterity. Then teach me water jutsu instead. No, you have to learn jutsu from your affinity first. Once you have that down, you can master the element that counters the element you are weak against. For example, after mastering fire, I learned earth. Since earth beats water, which beats fire. I see, man. This is far more complicated than I thought. Naruto realized, rubbing the back of his head. Of course it is. Why do you think I don't want you to graduate too early? I want you to be properly prepared once you go out there to fight the bad guys. By the way, you have fire, but what affinity do Mom and Shizune Nisan have? Your mother has lightning and Shizune has water, and since Kaide has wood release, which is a combination of earth and water, those elements are her affinities. What? It is possible to have more than one affinity, yes, but outside bloodline limits, that's extremely rare, even more than people with wind element. Now, come on, I won't touch you when you do so unless you cut that leaf with your chakra. The key is to try to compress your chakra into a blade as fine as possible. Right, Naruto said as he fixed his stance and his stare on the leaf on his hand and channeled his chakra. Meanwhile, in the forest of Konoha's outskirts, two figures were having a talk covered by the trees. Luscious forest. Both of them were teenagers with dull black hair and black eyes, wearing headbands of Konohagakure. One of them was also wearing the symbol of the Uchiha clan on the back of his t-shirt. So, how are things going? Shishui, the first figure, asked. It was as you figured, Itachi. It was beyond a rumor. The Uchiha are indeed planning to stage a coup. I don't know when, but it will be soon, very soon. Shishui grimly noted. Itachi cursed inwardly. Our time is running out. What about the investigation that Jiraiya-sama is conducting? Even if the true culprit of the Nine Tail was found, it is too late. The damage was done the moment Danzo put the Uchiha under supervision. I'm afraid that there's nothing stopping the coup. If such thing happen, it will have an open investigation of the other villages to declare a war on us. What can we do? I already have a plan. There's a meeting tonight of all Uchiha members at the Shrine. I believe that Fugaku-sama will make the coup official and reveal what he has planned. What he doesn't know, however, is that I will be there and I will use my Komoto Amatsukami on him and make him conceive the plan to reveal the burned bridge with the village. I already have the third's approval, Shishui explained. Do you think that it will work? If you are caught, you will die on the spot. I know it well. Besides, I can't die yet, not without confessing Shizune-san on convincing Shizune-san on going on a date with me first. Shizune added, chuckling. Itachi returned the smile. I believe you need to use your Kotamatsu Kami on her for that to happen. Itachi's face became serious again. But take care once you are done. Meet me at my apartment and we will discuss what to do next. Yes, see you this night, Tachi, Shishui added before disappearing. Good luck, Shishui. Let's hope everything goes right. Little did the two rogue Uchihas knew that a third Sharingan wielder hidden in the shadows had heard their entire conversation. Shortly after finishing his training session with Naruto, Jiraiya was confronted by an Anbu who told that the Hokage requested his presence for an urgent mission. In no time, he arrived. In no time, he arrived at the Hokage's tower and entered Sarutobi's room through one of the windows. Jiraiya, is the door too much of a hassle for you? Sarutobi asked in a deep tone. Sorry, Sensei. But you said it was urgent. Jiraiya replied as he jumped inside the office. Alright, sit down, Sarutobi instructed with a weary sigh. Jiraiya, there is no need for you to continue your investigation of the Kiwi attack. Jiraiya was taken aback of such words. What? Why? I am afraid that it wouldn't do any good now. According to my sources, the Uchiha clan has planned a coup defeat for the past couple of years. They will stage it sometime during this week. Jiraiya couldn't believe what he was hearing. And why are you still here doing nothing? We have to stop that from happening. I already have a plan in motion. Jiraiya, don't worry, the coup won't come to pass. I made sure of it. Jiraiya wasn't convinced, but decided to pressure the issue. I see the Anbu who contacted me said that there's a mission for me. Correct? You see, For the past few months onwards, the deemed of A and S rank missions had increased the drastically. I fail to see how that's a bad thing. More income for the village, yes, but I believe that there's nothing more to do, more to this. But this amount of high rank mission is unseen in time of peace, and S rank missions means an S rank threat. If you are there so many, if there are so many S rank mission requests, well, you do the math, and some of the mission required mention. Request ancient men in the black clothes with red clouds on them, and some of the missions requested mentioned men in black cloaks with red clouds on them. Akatsuki, exactly. They began their move already. Whatever it is, your mission will be to find out what they are trying to accomplish with this. Are you afraid that they are doing it in order to bring our best ninja out of the village? Also, they can kill off one by one e- with ease, one by one with ease. It is one of the possibilities, yes, but not not the only one. All right, I will meet some of my spies and see what they have. You will receive a report from me shortly, Joraiya said, and he dispelled in a cloud of smoke. Sarutobi knew that he didn't convince Joraiya about the coup being already over. Truth be told, he wasn't convinced either, but he had to trust Shishui. He had seen his abilities in action, and he knew that he could pull it off. He could pull it off. Still, the old Hokage couldn't shake off the feeling that this was the last time he would see the Toad Sannin. Shake off the feeling that this was the last time he would see the Toad Sannin. It took him 2 hours for an inordinate amount of effort, but Naruto had finally cut the damn leaf. When Naruto asked Jiraiya if it was ready now to learn Winjutsu, Jiraiya pretty much laughed in his face and told him that in order to be ready, he will have to cut that leaf in half at half less than 10 seconds. At this rate, he was never going to surpass Sasuke. Still, Naruto knew perfectly what gets his mood up. Some ramen with his best friend. Now, if a random kid barged into the Hyuga compound, he would be stiffly kicked out by the branch members that guarded its gates. And if Naruto tried to do that a couple years ago, they wouldn't even let him to get close to the place. But when your mother has saved the wife of the clan head from a from a certain death, well, let's say that that Hiyashi started to show you some respect. Good afternoon, Naruto-san. Coming to see Hinata-sama, greeted a branch member of the branch house Hyuga who was guarding the gates. The Hyuga had shoulder-length spiky brown hair with two long bangs framing either side of his face. It wouldn't be easy to mistake him for a woman. Hello to you too, Tokyuma. Yeah, you nailed it. I just came here from a hard training session, and I was heading for Ichiraku's and wondered if Hinata would join me. Hinata-sama is currently training with Hiyashi-sama as well, though I believe they will be finished soon, so you can go and see her training while you wait. If you wish, yeah, I will do that. Thank you, Tokima. Then Naruto said and entered the compound. After asking for directions, he often got lost in the large compound. Naruto finally arrived at the main dojo where he saw Hinata depressed in a depressed in a dark blue long-sleeved shirt and knee-long dark blue pants, sparring against another Hyuga male. Or he thought after meeting Yashimaru, he wasn't so sure anymore, who appeared to be both older and way more skilled than her. Naruto's presence was acknowledged by the other Hyuga present with a silent nod. One of them, a woman with long, dark, purple hair, signaled him to sit next to her. Naruto complied. Good afternoon, Hikari-san, Naruto greeted as he sat beside the woman. Welcome to our house, Naruto-kun. Did you come here to see my daughter? Hikari asked. Yeah, I wanted to ask her if you wanted to go with me to the Ichiraku's and grab some ramen. But I see she is busy now. She is close to finishing her daily training. I'm sure she would love to eat with you. Hinata lost her focus the moment Naruto entered the dojo, blushing the moment he saw the blood smile at her, saw the blonde smiling at her. This moment of distraction made her wide open for opponent to knock her down with a swift palm strike. Don't get distracted in a real fight. If you get distracted, you will die. Distracted, and you will die. Come on, stand up and come at me, Neji. Come at Neji again. Hiyashi chimed in repertory tone. Yes, father. Hinata bummed as she stood up and dashed at her adversary again. They traded blows once again, except this time Hiyashi noticed that she was more focused and her attacks were far more aggressive, as if suddenly this spar became a death match with her life on the line. Yet the only one that changed was that the only thing that changed was that Naruto had entered the room. Did that kid somehow effect on did that kid have some effect on her daughter? I mean, while Naruto continued watching Hinata's spar, wow, that kid fighter pretty hard. Kid fights pretty hard. Naruto commented to one of his particular. Indeed, Neji-kun has quite some talent. Some believe that in a few years you will become the strongest Hyuga alive, surpassing even my husband. Hikari whispered to him, but don't tell him I said that. He has quite the ego already. He has quite the ego already. By the way, is Neji a guy? Hikari chuckled. Yes, yes, he is. Doesn't he look like? Does he look like a girl? Well, it's that I met some guys who look like women, and many of them were Hyugas. Well, yes, many Hyuga have rather feminine looks. Not even Hyuga can have the luck to have my Hiyashi's handsome, manly features. Well, there was a collective gasp when Hinata managed to land a hit on the Hyuga prodigy. Way to go! Hinata kicked his ass. Naruto cheered in a whisper. He remembered the first time the loudly cheered her. He was reprimanded reprimanded by the rest of the Hugo almost half an hour for his noisy behavior. I think I will bring you here whenever Hinata-chan has to train. She fights with far more spark whenever you are present, Hikari observed, smiling at Naruto. Well, obviously, I also fight better when I have my friends cheering me. Naruto replied. After a few more minutes, Hiyashi decided that the spar was over. Hikari silently signed Naruto that it was okay to speak with Hinata if he wanted to. Hey Hinata, way to go! Naruto cheered as he ran towards his best friend. The Hyuga heiress blushed once again. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Say, I was going to Ichiraku's to have some ramen. Wanna join me? Hinata didn't reply and merely looked at her father Hiyashi, pondered for a second before receiving his answer. Yes, but your mother will go with you. Yes, but your mother will go with you. Hiyashi stated in a natural but commanding tone. Come on, Hiyashi. That's the worst it could. What's the worst it could? Hikari tried to protest. Hikari, I am not going to leave our 8-year-old daughter along with a boy. Hiyashi almost spitted the last word. If he only knew all the times Naruto and Hinata had been along since they met. So either you or any or either you or another adult goes with her, or she can't go. All right, as you wish, dear. Hikari rolled her eyes. Naruto-kun, wait a minute before Hinata-chan gets a quick shower and gets dressed. Half an hour later, the two Hyuga girls and the Uzumaki boy were at the latter's favorite food place. All right, two chicken ramen bowls for the ladies and five miso ramen bowls for your favorite customer. Ichiraku announced. Alright, two chicken ramen bowls for the ladies and five miso bowls for our favorite customer, Ichiraku announced as he placed the order on the counter. Enjoy the food. We will, Naruto happily replied as he started wolfing down the food. Hikari watched him with a curious eye. Kid, how can you eat so much and not even have a ounce of fat in your body? The Hyuga woman asked. Because I burn all of it training a lot. I need to if I am to become Hokage. Naruto proudly proclaimed as he finished his first bowl and went to the second. Especially now that I'm learning elemental jutsu. Really? That's amazing, Naruto-kun. Because that kind of jutsu are pretty advanced. Hinata noted as she slowly ate her ramen. Indeed, they are usually taught to tunings, and the average age of becoming a tuning is 15 to 16. You're half that age and not even at an academic graduate. Not even an academic graduate, Hikari observed. Yeah, that's how awesome I am, Naruto claimed with a foxy grin as he emptied his third bowl. Hey, what about you, Hikari-san? What is your element? Actually, the Hyuga clan doesn't use traditional ninjutsu, just our mental art, material art, and gentle fist. But I believe my elemental is order. I don't know what affinity is Hinata's. Well, we might find it soon, since Dad said it is going to talk with the Hokage, so they teach elemental jutsu at the academy. Naruto claimed the academy isn't that a bit too soon. I mean, not all the kids have the luck of having a clan or being trained by two Sannins. Naruto Kun Hikari asked, I don't know. My father said that the stature of the standard of the academy declined a lot since the day he and mom were getting. By the way, did you know that they graduated when they were just six? They are living legends. It's something to be expected. My mother, Hinata spoke up. Do you think I could learn elemental ninjutsu? Hikari shot her daughter an odd look. Why would you want to do such a thing? Well, it's that I'm not good at the gentle fist, so maybe I could have something else to rely on. I don't see why not. While we don't use traditional ninjutsu, it isn't banned or anything. Hikari shrugged. Then she turned more serious. Though I don't want you to neglect your gentle fist training. Your father and I still expect you to master it to some degree. You can learn any other kind of ninjutsu or to supplement your skill repertoire if you wish, but none of them are to be treated as the replacement of the gentle fist. Understood? Yes, mother. Hikari smiled. Good then. Though then again, I believe that maybe traditional ninjutsu will give you less travel, since you have such a good chakra control for somebody of your age. Hey, if that's the case, maybe she could also learn medical ninjutsu. Mom says that it requires precise chakra control. Naruto commented. You now want to add medical ninjutsu as well? I think Hinata will have enough elemental ninjutsu and the gentle feet. I think Hinata will be enough with elemental ninjutsu and the gentle fist. Naruto Kunikari replied, though given her history, Hikari couldn't believe but feel a newfound respect for medical ninjutsu. Well, my parents say that a great ninja is a master of multiple skills. That's why, besides the taijutsu and ninjutsu, I'm also going to learn sealing jutsu as well. And I heard that talking about something called senjutsu, which I don't know what it is. All you need is the will to do it. It's good to see that despite being so young, you're thinking so much about your future, Naruto-kun. That kind of hindsight is rare in kids your age. Besides, I also heard mom saying that she wanted to convince and Hyuga to become a medic ninja since she said sometimes about she said something about the Byakugan being a good medical tool or something. You have a point in there, but in the end, it all depends on what Hinata wants to do. Hikari nudged, looking at her daughter. Well, as for now, I think I will try to. I will like to try elemental jutsu first, and then maybe medical jutsu as well. Hinata said, "Alright, can Hinata come to train with Dad and me one of these days?" Naruto asked to Hikari. "I don't see why not. She she can go once she finishes her daily gentle fist practice. Yeah, you will see Hinata. Yeah, you will see Hinata. You will become a mistress of elemental in no time." That evening at the Naka Shrine, almost the entire Uchiha clan was gathering there. Only three members were missing. The disowned Uchiha Itachi, his little brother Sasuke, which was happily asleep on his bed, unaware of the nightmarish turn of events that were about to come, and Shishui Uchiha. There were many creators sat around the place. Some of them were open, revealing in its contents. Some of them had ninja tools such as kunai and shuriken. Others had flak jackets similar to ones worn by Chunin, except that these were black instead of green, and had the Uchiha fan on his back instead of the Uzakishi red swirl. Another character had forehead protector only with the Uchiha fan instead of the Konoha symbol. Fugaku, the clan head, was on top of a couple of creators that served as a marks makeshift pro- rhodium. Rhodium. The Uchiha stopped chattering among themselves and paid attention to what their leader was about to say. "My brethren, it's a pleasure to see you all gathered here in this scared place. Since time immemorial, the Uchiha has been one of the most powerful clan of the elemental nation, an unstoppable force matched by very few clans. Our power, however, wasn't without a price, and said price being doomed to life of a constant battle. That's why our ancestor Madara Uchiha chose to join the Senju clan and found this village that granted us peace, but said peace will our power came with a price. Since we become part of this village, the Uchiha had always been second-rate citizens, forced to live isolated from the rest of the village, barred from the attention position with any real power. But as dutiful and loyal ninja, we endured. But being assured to be behind the with Nine Tails attack, that was the last straw. Fugaku yelled. He was relayed by multiple Uchihas shouting back in argument. Allying with the Senju was a mistake. It a mistake Madara realized and so he did and so did we much later. But except that there is no mistake that we can't be reflected. And that's what we will be doing soon. We will take back what is ours. we will take back Konoha. The rest of the clans will bow before our might. Fugaku's words were met with some shouts louder and with more enthusiasm than the first ones. You might be thinking that it is a suicidal endeavor, and in most circumstances it would be. But tonight we have a golden chance that we cannot afford to pass. Somebody contacted me a couple of years ago and offered me the means to take this village of mean to take this village for their clan. For the clan, said person has vast resources that he had put at our disposal. Among them, he created a climate of chores and instability across the land of fire, forcing the Hokage to dispatch most of his strongest Jonins to keep the peace, which means that there are almost no elite ninja protecting Konoha. Between that and the reinforcement my ally will provide me in 2 days, Konoha will be under our control. Again, more shouts and cheers. However, no, not everybody was convinced. Fugaku-sama, who is this ally you keep talking about? And would asked and Uchiha, yeah, is he or she the leader of another village? That's where the reinforcement comes from. Another Uchiha asked. I believe I can answer that question. A booming dismayed voice said. All the Uchihas looked around in suspicion. Some even activated their Sharingans to see where this mysterious voice came from. Besides Fugaku, a semi-transparent swirling vortex appeared, and from said vortex emerged a figure, a man wearing a black hooded cloak with red clouds over a set of armor. His face was hidden by an orange mask with a black flame on it flames on it, as well as a single hole on the right side, revealing a red eye. My brethren, this is the ally I have been talking about. Why don't you introduce yourself? Fugaku asked to the mysterious newcomer. Of course, said the marksman. My name is Madara Uchiha, and I came back to help you reclaim what is rightfully yours. So yeah, that's all for part 8 and chapter 8 of Son of the Sannin. And if you wanna be notified for future parts and other fan fiction reading, then the best way is by subscribing. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.